Elon Musk's latest divorce has finally come through, and it's been messy. Reality never wants to see him again. I'm John Cadogan from AutoExpert.com.au, and I get new cars cheap for buyers here in Australia. Website for that, obviously, or you can just click the card that's up there now, dude. Electric Jesus is in the news again, still testing the limits of cult member adhesion. And I would love to know what Warren Redlick thinks of this one. He's always wearing out those knee pads for EJ. Such a devout worshipper, which, as we all know, is hell on the knees. His Holiness, EJ, not Wazza. Wazza's just another tragic Tesla fanboy in Florida, to whom I would say, "G'day, Wazza, how you going?" His Holiness has a brand new title officially filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. America. And I am not making this up. I doubt I could. Electric Jesus is now henceforth officially, quote, Techno-king of Tesla. And Tesla Chief Financial Officer Zach Kirkhorn is, according to the same SEC filing, quote, Master of Coin. Master of Coin. I could not make any of this shit up. We are living in fictional times. There's the acid test. Is the truth stranger than anything you could make up? In my case, yeah, dude, it is. Over and over and over. Anyway, whatever is in the water in Nevada, dude, I want some. So, in a separate filing to the SEC, former president of Tesla's Automotive division, Jerome Guillen, has officially, quote, transitioned. How woke. He now identifies as president of Tesla Heavy Truck, which has got to be the easiest job on earth, seeing as there are actually no Tesla Heavy Trucks, and there probably won't be any anytime soon. It's just another one of the many, many Tesla lies. Yes. So, on balance, it appears that EJ's divorce from reality has finally come through. Electric Jesus might be dead, but he has risen as the Techno-king. But are there storm clouds on the horizon? I wonder how long it's going to be until investors dethrone the Techno-king, what with the litany of lies and non-achievements just stacking up beneath His Royal Highness's electric arse. So, in the spirit of amusement, let us count them down. Starting with, there's still no Tesla Semi because batteries, dude, so inconvenient. The limits of battery technology. Tesla, of course, will say that it has miraculous proprietary battery tech. And the only problem with this is it doesn't. The genie is out of the bottle on lithium ion. Technology's funny like that. Although if you're a real estate agent in Florida who never studied science or technology, for example, it may not be easy to understand this concept. Techno-king announced the Semi alongside the still non-existent Roadster 2.0 back in 2017. He promised delivery to customers in 2019. That didn't happen, pretty clearly. In fact, Tesla does not currently have a facility anywhere where a vehicle this size could be built. And it's uneconomical to put batteries in it because, details. Next, the Model S Plaid Plus. 0 to 60 miles an hour in under 2 seconds. And a VMAX north of 200 miles an hour. That's superbike stuff. The quickest accelerating non-existent street car ever. Actually, no. In fact, Techno-king has made this promise before. Back in 2017, His Royal Highness promised the Gen 2 2020 Roadster, which would do, allegedly, 0 to 60 in 1.9 and had a VMAX of 250 miles per and a range of 620 miles. This was at the bullshit semi-launch event and another thing, there's this. That makes the new non-existent Roadster the quickest non-existent bullshit car that Electric Jesus has ever promised and failed to deliver. Another record. Just 50 grand. Reckon. Secured your place in the line. Just 50. That was for a 2020 model. Guaranteed at this point. They could agree not to happen at all. That was just for the poverty shitbox Roadster 2.0, like, the $200,000 one. If you wanted the exclusive, non-existent Founders Series Roadster with Mount Rushmore monogrammed on the dashboard, only with, of course, Elon's head on every statue instead of dead presidents, you had to pay the full 250 grand up front. They call that one King of the Juice internally. I fact-checked that. You can still put down a deposit on the non-existent 2020 Tesla Roadster, or even pay the full whack for a non-existent King of the Juice via Tesla's website today in 2021. That's all it takes if your goal is to be a properly self-righteous, hyper-woke, holier-than-thou pain in the ass at professional and personal social engagements henceforth. Cybertruck now. 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, 6.4 tonne tow capacity, that's metric tonnes, and 500 plus miles of range. Put me down for one, I want that. So do you. So easy to achieve when delivery of actual cars is at best optional and probably not actually planned at all. Cybertruck was, of course, unregisterable in its debut format, and there's still no production spec vehicle. It's still just a Techno-king pipe dream. And to the faithful, that's okay, dude. Next up, 1 million Robotaxis by 2020. Remember that. See, Techno-kingdom is not really an EV company, right? It's a technology company. Not really. In the real world, Tesla does not have unique technology. It has unique promises for the gullible. Its only proprietary asset is Techno-king's bottomless pit of bullshit, at least insofar as I can see. Speaking of which, Techno-king promised in 2019 this time that the Model 3 would be usable as a robotaxi, that's lie number 1 on this, and that there would be 1 million robotaxis on the road by 2020. And as I see it, he's only 1 million robotaxis short of that one not being lie number 2. Pro tip, enhanced summon doesn't even function with anything like production-ready utility in a typical car park today. Techno-king prick-teased the tantalising prospect, of course, of, quote, full self-driving to anyone dumb enough to listen, but in Tesla's official correspondence with the DMV in California, Tesla's lawyers are definitive that the $10,000 upgrade that Tesla actually calls full self-driving is not in fact capable of self-driving at all. Currently, neither autopilot nor full self-driving capability is an autonomous system. That's Tesla lawyer Eric Williams in a December 28 letter last year to the California DMV. And in case there was any doubt on this one, he went on. We do not expect significant enhancements. Kinda unequivocal, isn't it? Like, full autonomy has eluded even Techno-king, except in the domain of cringeworthy made-up promises for the easily led. Full autonomy continues to elude Techno-king. They're called facts. Even Warren Redlick could see this one, I hope. More than 5 years ago, on January the 11th of 2016, Techno-king tweeted, in about 2 years, summon should work anywhere connected by land and not blocked by borders. For example, you're in Los Angeles and the car is in New York. Respectfully, I would point out that you're running a little bit late even for you on that one, Your Royal Highness. Full self-driving is kind of like fusion power, right? It feels so close, but it's always just over the horizon. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is actually a better analogy because fusion power is at least feasible. Apart from that though, EJ's always been pretty credible. They can agree. Aside from, of course, claiming that he was the founder of PayPal, that was a lie. And the founder of Tesla, that's a lie too. And of course, securing the funding to take Tesla private at $420 a share. Remember that? That was a $20 million lie, another record, I think. Anyway, there's also those solar-powered superchargers. What a great falsehood that was. It's good to see them rolling out. And telling the stupid that supercharging would always be free. That worked out well. And those battery swap stations. Brilliant promise there, sir. They're proliferating everywhere now, I know. And the $35,000 Model 3. Perhaps, Your Eminence, you could take the 250 grand I dropped on a king of the juice, and Your Highness might deem to send me the poverty Model 3 for 35 grand with 215,000 bucks in cash in the boot, being the balance owing. Or in your case, you could put it in the frunk, couldn't you? I wonder if it'd fit. Anyway, but aside from those things, it's pretty clear that anything else the Techno-king says is kind of gospel. And finally, if you'd care to join me now with the Tesla fanboy closing prayer. Our Elon, who art in Nevada, Techno-king be thy name. Thy summon come, thy full self-driving be done in America as it is in heaven. Give us this day our million robotaxis, and forgive us our semi, as we forgive those who use facts inconveniently against us. Lead us not into combustion, but deliver us in Cybertrucks. For thine is the fiction, the falsehood, and the glory, forever and ever. A women, brother.